two sessions represents a significant opportunity for the global community to gain insights into China's dynamics and future direction, capturing the world's attention. It is through this window that the world anticipates China's continued pivotal role in addressing global issues and challenges.
For the German automotive industry, China is such an important market. So we are very much looking forward also to the two sessions, what in terms of policy comes out there.
From regulatory policies to market dynamics, German companies and Thai companies gain valuable perspectives on China's business environment, strengthen confidence to establish a stronger foothold in China. With a focus on areas such as market access and regulatory measures, chambers of commerce from various countries are eagerly anticipating China's future investment environment.
And we look forward to closely following the trends in China market development, grow together with the Chinese economy.
Join us this week as we explore how these diverse viewpoints provide exceptional insights into China's vision and roadmap for high-quality development. Only on BizTalk, only on CGTN.
Hello and welcome to this special edition of BizTalk on CGTN. I'm Lily Lyu. China has set its target of economic growth of around 5% in 2024, as is announced in its latest government work report in this year's two sessions in Beijing. Also, in the work report, China has vowed to pursue higher standard opening up and promote mutual benefits to foreign companies and investors. A slew of measures will be implemented to help reach that goal, including easing market access restrictions for foreign investments, making China a favored destination for foreign investors, and develop new quality productive forces. So how to boost the confidence of foreign enterprises and investors in China, and how to make the Chinese market more attractive? For the first part of our show, we are glad to be joined by Jens Hildebrandt, Executive Director and Board Member of the German Chamber of Commerce in China, North China, to share with us his perspectives. Take a look.
Well, Jens, let's start with the AHK Greater China Business Survey that just came out. What are the key findings in that?
Yeah. Actually, to begin with positive news is that really the majority, 91% of German companies are very committed to the Chinese market. They will stay here. Around 50% will also keep investing into the Chinese market. However, of course, the overall business situation has not been the best in 2023, and the outlook for 2024 is cautiously optimistic. So companies know that the China market offers a lot of growth potential, but they also see the challenges ahead.
Mm-hmm. What do you think will be the main factors determining their decision making about their investment here in China in this year?
Yeah, I think we've seen a record high of German investment last year in 2023. And we also believe investments will be going on. The main reason to invest is for localization. And companies trying to get a stronger foothold into the Chinese market. Why is that? It's mainly also for global reason. Global tensions is surely one reason, because companies have been more cautious about what is going on in the political sphere. So a lot of companies see the business opportunities here and try to, via more investment, to get it. But at the same time, to make it's one part of also risk management for German companies to localize here more in China and to make their Chinese entity more resilient, I would say.
Mm-hmm. You talked about 2023, you saw an increase in investment from German companies here in China. Which sectors were having the most inflow of investment?
It's really across all sectors. Of course, automotive is always strong, because for the German automotive industry, China is such an important market. But we've seen it for a lot of industries as well. But I think it's important to note that a lot of these investment decisions have been made prior to COVID, and then now the investment is taking place because, you know, since last year people can travel, can actually look at their investment. So we saw this uppeak of investment. 50% of our companies are still have plans to invest in the next two years.
Mm-hmm. And also, China has been making efforts to boost foreign investment, especially when we went through the pandemic period together. That was a tough 3 years. And now China last year had actually issued a slew of measures to try to boost, you know, investor confidence here in this country, including this 24-point measures announced by State Council. And just a few days ago, China's Commerce Ministry actually held a meeting to just look into the implementation process of those measures and to discuss what more can be done to boost confidence. So as a member of the AHK, first of all, I want to get your view on those measures. How do you think they are to make an effect on German companies here? And also, what role do you think AHK could play in helping China to promote foreign investment?
Yeah. As for the 24 measures, when I saw it first, I thought, oh wow, that's actually the points we have been advocating for a long time. So we very much like this comprehensive list of 24 measures that has been compiled. And we've seen, and of course we also talked to MOFCOM, we've seen that there have been things that have been implemented that in the daily business work for German companies have actually had a positive effect. However, I think to really build confidence, because the numbers I present to you for investment confidence is from those companies that are here. But we as the AHK, the German Chamber here, in the past have helped a lot of new German companies to enter the Chinese market. And we've seen not much of that. So most of the investment that has been taking place was reinvestments from companies that are already here. So I think what is necessary in terms of the 24 measures is really to focus on the big items. So for example, market entry. They have announced that they would like to do changes in licensing and market entry in the pharmaceutical sector, for example, or in public procurement. And also cross-border data transfer. So I think it needs bigger steps that have an overall impact onto many industry that would help to build confidence also abroad, than fixing individual points. Individual points is also great. We are very happy about that. But I think the real effect will be taken if China continues reform and opening up, as China always says, with meaningful steps in the right direction. So we are very much looking forward also to the 2 sessions, what in terms of policy comes out there.
So what would be your expectations from this year's 2 sessions?
Yeah, we would, I think it really needs a signal for foreign investors that China is on its track to reform and opening and keeps basically what it has also promised with the 24 measures, and that it really implements what has been announced. I think that is key. And then second is that we hope for a clear policy indication, where is it going? So what areas will be strengthened? This year is the year of consumers, if I understand correctly. And what correct specific steps does China take to promote wealth of the Laobaixing, of the people, and how to make sure that consumer trust is reestablished?
Other than consumer trust, investment confidence also is a very important side. What would be your suggestion to China? Like, what can we do to boost confidence, especially in German businesses in China?
It is really a lot about implementation. I think it's about implementation of announced measures to really make meaningful steps forward into market access, regulatory issues. And I believe also it's in the self-interest, for example, of the Chinese government to solve the topic of public procurement, that we get a level playing field there.
And other than trade, what about the cooperation side? Because when we look at China, especially on the tech side, China wants to do its own catch-up in technology innovation for sure. As you talked about how German auto companies, pharmaceutical companies are making great investments in China. Chinese companies are also wants to do their own catch-up in that field as well. How do you think our German companies handling this growing competition from their Chinese peers?
That's an interesting question, because what our business confidence survey also brought to light is that one of the major topics at the moment for German companies is the topic of competition. So why do German companies invest in China now? Mainly, it's also to stay competitive. And so competition in general is a very good thing. German companies are not afraid of competition. It needs to be on an equal playing level field. And there we really see some needs for improvement. As I mentioned before, some market access areas, regulatory areas, or public procurement. And German companies are participating in the innovation here. They also partner up with a lot of Chinese companies. And there's really a lot to learn, especially from the China speed. But as Chinese companies also go more to Europe, I think it gets more important also for the Chinese government to make sure there's a level playing field here and companies are treated equally. And my last point is, we believe that by creating fair competition in all industries, actually it would help the Chinese economy and it would help these industries. Because it will create even more innovation, because competition normally creates more innovation, more competition also brings down costs, raises the effectiveness, and at the end it will be beneficial to the Chinese economy.
And healthy competition could be an impetus to economic development.
Exactly.
AHK, as a member of the AHK, you certainly work with many German companies and you hear from them what are their main concerns, doing business here, what could be affecting their decision-making investments. So what kind of suggestions would you raise to China to build a better business environment for foreign enterprises?
Yeah. What they hope to see from China and the Chinese government is that there is more demand-oriented policies. What does that mean? I think the focus of the last 20, 30 years was very much on the company side, on the supply side. But what it's needed is more money in the pocket of the normal people. And I think this on a overall structure side, companies like to see. But then, of course, also an improvement in business environment. Even though, as I said, German companies are committed to the Chinese market and also see growth potential, but there are still challenges. There are still challenges in some areas with market access, with regulatory issues, legal uncertainty. If we look at the whole topic of data, cross-border data, and I think these are all areas where China can set good examples. China started the year of investment last year and has introduced a lot of activities and changes. And to follow through with those changes, that would be something for confidence building for German companies to continue to invest.
Finally, I was hoping you can elaborate a bit more on that. I know we touched upon that earlier at the beginning of our conversation, that with the survey that you just released, you talked about your outlook of 2024, both about the China market and German business in China. Could you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure. So for the 2024 outlook, I think in general, German companies are optimistic about the midterm growth. So for example, 50% of our companies believe that their industry will grow in the next 5 years between 5 and 20%, which is very good. So there is a commitment and also a very strong belief that the Chinese economy has a lot of potential and growth potential in many areas.
Well, that was our interview with Jens Hildebrandt, Executive Director and Board Member of the German Chamber of Commerce in China, North China. Coming up next, we'll be joined via Zoom with Mr. Saravoot Yoovidhya, Vice President of the Thai Chamber of Commerce in China. He is also the Chief Executive Officer of TCP Group of Thailand.
Here on Biz Talk, we connect the dots, shedding light on the real stories behind the economic landscape. To better understand China's dynamism and the economies and rhythms of business, propelling new drivers of growth.
China.
Biz Talk, your window into China and the global economy. Only on Biz Talk.
Mr. Yoovidhya joins us from Bangkok. So we start with this. China has set its economic growth goal at around 5% for this year, that's year 2024. You're the Vice President of Thai Chamber of Commerce in China. How will you comment on China's achievements during the past years?
Yeah, over the past years, China has made steadfast progress in its high-quality development. It's also consistently deepening its high-level opening up. China has achieved remarkable advancement in modernization as well. And last year, the GDP growth is reached 5.2%. I think this solidified the positioning of the second largest economy and the principal engine driving world economic growth. China is also a powerhouse of global innovation, sustainable development, and consumption. China stands as a major trading partner with more than 140 countries and regions worldwide, and with the eagerness to share the benefit of this new phase of development. I think China is willing to provide fresh opportunity to nations around the globe, including Thailand and other friendly nations. I believe Sino-Thai friendship and cooperation have flourished across all sectors, with joint effort toward building a China-Thailand community with a shared futures. As the Vice President of the Thai Chamber of Commerce in China, I would laud China's accomplishment and express optimism about the future prospect of Thai-Chinese commercial ties.
Yes, sir. And China has been making efforts, to improve its business environment and attract more foreign investment. For instance, the country has passed its foreign investment law and also a 24-point guideline to optimize foreign investment. And we noticed quite a few Thailand companies have decided to continue their investment here in China. What do you think is behind their confidence in this market?
Yeah, I think it's already shown that China is committed to attracting and utilizing foreign capital to a greater extent. China is really ensuring that foreign enterprises receive national treatment, providing quality services to these entities. Also, promoting the implementation of the landmark foreign investment projects. I think all of these efforts have enabled companies investing in China to perceive even broader opportunities within this vast market. As for us, TCP Group, as a representative of Thai enterprises investing in China, we always been highly confident in deepening its root in the Chinese market. Over the past 2 years, TCP Group has made a total investment of about 3.3 billion yuan in the market. And moving forward, we will stay fast carrying out our long-term investment plan in China. And we look forward to closely following the trends in China market development, grow together with the Chinese economy. We plan to increase our investment in China and make due contribution in areas such as fostering local employment and enhancing market vitality.
And how do you think the Thai Chamber of Commerce in China will continue to play its role in encouraging more Thailand companies to do business with China?
Yeah, in recent years, under significant initiatives such as the China Asian Free Trade Area, the RCEP, and of course the Belt and Road Initiative, China and Thailand have strengthened the cooperation. And we have to remember that China consistently ranking as Thailand's largest trading partners for 11 consecutive years, and also being the most important source of foreign investment for Thailand. the establishment of the Thai Chamber of Commerce in China, we are founded on the profound friendship between Thailand and China. The Chamber showed us the critical responsibility of promoting, developing, and expanding economic and trade cooperation between Thailand and China. We also serve as an effective platform to united Thai enterprises operating in China. Our mission and responsibility lies in establishing an efficient communication and cooperation platform for Thai businesses as well as for Sino-Thai enterprises engaging with both government and private sectors. On average, we organize more than 40 government and business delegations to visit China each year, attending nearly 200 bilateral events. In 2024, marked an important year leading up to the 50th anniversary of the establishment of diplomatic relations between Thailand and China. Our chamber will continue the commitment to encouraging more Thai enterprises to develop in China through a variety of means, including strengthening economic and trade cooperation, promoting two-way investment, providing information services, fostering partnership, offering training and education, advocating policies, managing risks, building networks, facilitating cultural exchanges, and of course, providing ongoing support.
So I'm interviewing you today because you're in a position of being a vice president of the Thai Chamber of Commerce in China. On the other hand, you also are the CEO of TCP, a renowned Thailand beverage group. We know that you must have rich experience in multinational experience in international investments and also management of companies. So from your observation, what would you say about China's business environment?
What we have seen so far with the continuous deepening of opening up, China has created a more market-oriented, law-based, and internationalized business environment for foreign enterprises, especially in the field of intellectual property rights protection. The Chinese government has taken a series of measures which we really like it, including the continuous improvement of intellectual property legal system, promotion of regional collaborations, and deepening of international cooperations. Also to enable enterprises to enjoy equal protection for their brands and their technologies within China. With the comprehensive implementation of the foreign investment law and its supporting regulation, China has consistently fostered a fair competitive environment where companies from both domestic and abroad can equally participate, effectively safeguard the legitimate rights and interests of foreign investors. This has provided broader development opportunities for foreign business operation in China, including enterprises like Thai TCP Group, which have seen their confidence and determination to invest in China and grow increasingly resolute.
We know that this is an established brand in food and beverages in Thailand, and of course Red Bull is being one of the most well-known brands, and people look for it when they want more energy. So tell us, what is your secret of success in the China market?
Well, we as CCP Group has always adhered to the principle of in China for China. While deeply cultivating the Chinese market, we have never forgotten to give back to the society. TCP Group is committed to operating our company in China in a highly responsible manner, which is actually in line with our purpose, energizing a better world for all, which presenting three strategies. The first, fulfilling, understand consumer needs and providing a diversified range of innovation products by attracting great importance on quality. Second, growing, create a mutually beneficial and prospect environment for business partners. The third one, caring, energizing our environment, integrating sustainability in working processes to create positive impact on environment. The continuous growth of Red Bull in China attribute to our deepening partnership with our local business partner. And again, while deeply rooted in the Chinese market, we remain to fulfill our corporate social responsibility to give back to Chinese society.
We know the growing Chinese economy will definitely provide more opportunities for businesses in China and out of China. And also China is boosting its consumption potential to spur economic growth. So how will TCP Group position China market in its global development plan?
I have to say that China is a forefront and core for the global strategy of TCP Group House of Great Brands. These consecutive investment in China demonstrate TCP Group confidence in China and our resolute commitment to long-term growth in the Chinese market. We will continue to increase our investment and strategic layout in the Chinese market, contributing to the local economy development.
Yeah, and finally, we know that China is having its 2 sessions in March. This is China's political season, and this is China's top political sessions that will deliver major economic policy announcements. So what will you be looking out for from this year's 2 sessions?
Indeed, 2 sessions I believe it will provide a comprehensive roadmap for sustainable growth and development, not only within China and also extending its positive influence globally. This year, I'm particularly keen to see more measures that will further encourage foreign investment, stimulate domestic consumption, and improve the business environment. As a representative of Thai business and foreign investor in China, I am eager to see how the upcoming 2-session meeting will raise a new height for Sino-Thai economic cooperation. Specifically, for the perspective of our Chamber of Commerce, we anticipate that the measures encouraging foreign investment will create unprecedented opportunities for Thai business operating in China. Zoom into our own business operation. Because we fit into the category of consumption goods, we are particularly interested to do all the measures to drive domestic consumption within the country, which will directly influence and guide our business strategy in China. I'm also keen to see new measures to improve healthy business environment, particularly in terms of the dual-track system for IPR protection. We expect more collaboration between administrative law enforcement and judicial protection of IPR. I think the 2 sessions is very, very important for us because it is a great opportunity for us to understand the directions of the government and what they would like to achieve. And as we are invested in China, we would like to make sure that all our strategies align with the government plan in the bigger pictures. We already invest a lot on the consumer side, all the marketing activities, and particularly on the boosting of local consumption. I think it's very important for government as well as for us. So what we would like to hear and what we would like to learn is to make sure that whatever direction the government is taking, we will adjust our strategy and our policies, to support the directions. We already invest, as I mentioned, 2 factories. One in Sichuan is already start production, and for Guangxi, we'll start production next year. So we are ready with our full commitment to make sure that the strategies that government will share with the world in this coming week, we will align with our strategies.
Thank you so much for your time. That's all from my end for now. Thank you.